Now half the meals got tentacles, half the Emirates need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they ain't thinking, they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
check 31, check 31.
On 1st down, Akers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Akers. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Let's go, brother.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
36. Let's go, D.
2nd and 9 now. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
What tight end?
EB6.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30. For a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Set. 15
first down.
15 line.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
X3. 218. Chop. Head out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, echo. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better bring it. Ready?
Mark 57. I got you. I got you.
2nd and 6. Jones has it. And he's got some space here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Going deep to the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, here's Foster. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
Come on, 57, come on. Big stop, G. Big stop.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hatchet. Greystone, grab it. Check 9. Five.
Back to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I'm trying to shoot.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 outlaws. 6. Ricky.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
On the double. Rock 57.
Let's go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 57.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted ends up falling incomplete. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 11-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Watch 36, 36, 36. I got one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here we go. What? Go. 57 to Mike. 50 to go. All you get is the head. Set. Go. Put up. There's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, pick it up. Let go. 50. Set. Put. Let it go. Set a tone.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have to...
And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Got it! 36 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Zip it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
And the Bengals 1st down.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Send it over. Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Hey, dude. 52. Block 52. 52's the mic. Hey,
on 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. 6. Okay, double. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey.
Here's second and 8. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Know your job.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Hey, we got to get this stop.
Undercrush.
Second and 13. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 50. Hey,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10. And this is Simpson with a catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now back to throw. He finds an open man, Simpson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
60 outlaw. Hey, Orbit. Mike 2. We don't want this.
No, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Second and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Hey. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, D. 57. Mike, 57.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 5. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. 3rd down here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
56-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
57 to Mike. 57. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man here is Foster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The touch and time here are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. 27.
They'll look to throw here. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. Their own 39-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got Green. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Let's go. 10 over. Go, go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Coaching spell.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch it.
Go.
Safety screaming.
Another try for Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He'll look to throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.